Hey everybody, today we have our Wednesday workout and we will be doing some legs today. So we are going to get loose. We can hit the floor. We're just going to get our legs loose before we get started. So it's like you're going to be sitting down like we're watching TV, legs bent a little bit. We're just going to slowly go side to side. This one, not really concerned on how we get there. Just trying to get both knees hit the ground. Just slowly loosen up those hips. Go one more, and now got my left leg here. I'm gonna take my right hand, I'm gonna kind of reach back at an angle over my left knee. So I'm feeling that outside, stretch on the outside of my left hip. Just gonna hold it for a couple seconds. And we'll flip on over to the other side. Got my right leg, left arm, kind of reaching up, back across. Good. Now once we're here, well, I'm going to put my hands behind me so I have a little, I can keep my body upright, my chest upright. And I'm going to think about just rotating my right leg in and rotating it out. We want to make sure that we're more thinking about rotating at the femur as opposed to just letting that knee cave in. This is more just working on that internal rotation of our hips. And we can switch on over to the other side. You might notice that one side's a little better than another. Alright, next we're just going to go to a little hip flexor stretch. So one knee down, try to get that knee, hip, and shoulder all in one straight line. Now I'm thinking about, I'm just going to kind of squeeze this left side right here so I'm feeling a nice good stretch on the front of my leg. And from here, I'm going to grab that back leg behind me, staying up nice and tall, feel a little bit more in the quad now. And we're going to switch sides. Again, knee, hip, and shoulder all in one straight line, squeezing that right side. Feeling a nice good stretch on my front side of in that hip flexor. And we can grab that back leg again, get the more of the quad. And good. All right, from here we can get started with the workout. So for today we have 2 blocks of exercises we're going to run through. I'm going to run through it 2 times with you. I want you to do it 4 times each. Each one will be 8 reps, and yeah, we'll get started. And in between each set, we will end up taking a minute rest before we get started on the next set. So with our first exercise, we're going to be doing a split squat. So I want to be holding, if we have our weights, we're going to be kind of holding like as a goblet style. I use this glute pad so I have a reference point on how far to go. So I have my right foot forward, try to make sure that our right foot stays as far forward as possible. Sometimes I want to turn in or turn out for a little bit more balance, but keep everything in a straight line. So I'm holding the goblet style here. I'm thinking about just dropping that knee straight down and pushing right back up. Good. We'll move over a little bit, kind of at the edge. And once we do alright, we're going to switch to the other leg. Again, same thing. Keep that foot facing forward. And I want you to think push off, so I have my left foot forward. I'm pushing off basically the heel of my left foot. So I'm trying to drive off that front leg. Sometimes when I use that back leg, we want to use most of that front leg. And good. Next one we're going to do is we're going to do a Minivan lateral walk. So some people will have the bands that you can just put around your ankles. For this case, I'm just going to use this band right here. I'm just going to step out with both. I'm going to end up crisscrossing it. We're gonna go 8 to our left, 8 to our right, but I'm just gonna go side to side. So with this, little bend in the knees, little athletic position right here, chest up, side step, and back. That's 4, so you can tell when I'm doing this, my shoulders are staying the same. A lot of people kind of like stand up and down this way, or maybe kind of bob their shoulders this way. We want to make sure our shoulders are staying as level as possible the whole time. Good. The next one we're going to do is a single leg glute bridge. So we're going to go to the ground right here. I'm going to start with my right leg. My heel's down, my toes are up. I'm going to hug my left knee. And I'm going to drive my heel into the ground to get my hips to pop up. I'm just going to pause for a second at the top. Good, we'll switch sides. Let's do another 8. And good. The reason why on that we're holding our leg is that it'll help us keep our lower back in a little bit better position. Sometimes if we keep it out in front or up in the air, we can arch a little bit more. It's harder to arch that little back. So we're keeping it in a better position by hugging our leg. And then our last exercise is going to be a dead bug. So with that one, we're going to be on our back again. Legs are going to be up, arms are going to be straight up in the air. I want you to think, press that low back into the ground, nice and firm. And you're going to straighten your left arm and your right leg, and then you're going to switch. Good, let's do each side. We're going to take a little minute rest, and we're going to run through that again. Again, with those dead bugs right there, the key thing is to really press that low back into the ground. Keep those abs nice and tight. We'll take that minute rest. All right, our minute's about up. We're going to get back into those split squats. So again, we're trying to be as straight line as possible. One thing I want to mention is don't let our split be too wide. Keep it pretty straight forward right here. And we're just trying to drop that back leg straight down to the ground. I'm thinking I'm just dropping my left knee straight down, driving up through my right leg. And once we're all there, we'll switch legs. Again, both my feet are pointed perfectly forward. Dropping that knee down. And 8, good. Once we're done with our 8, going back into the Minivan slides. So again, if you have an actual band that you're putting around, you always want to make sure that we always keep tension. Our feet never come together like this. We're always keep them at least hip width apart. Keeping a little bit, we always want a little bit of tension on that band. So we're getting that athletic position, chest up, side step one way and back in my case. If you want to go just 8 to your right, 8 to your left, that's totally fine. Good. Next, we got that single leg glute bridge. switch to the other leg. Alright, good. Now we're going to go into those dead bugs again. Keep that low back pressed into the ground. And we're going to alternate. Left hand, right leg. Right hand, left leg. Hey, good. We'll take a minute rest before we go on to the next one. So we did 2 sets right there. You guys can either pause the video or you can go on. I want you guys to do 4 sets total. And we're doing 8 reps of each. And I will move on to the next group of exercises. We're going to go into RDLs, will be our first one. So we're going to have a little bend in the knees right here. Got the weights right in front of us. We're thinking about shifting those hips back, coming right back up. So that's why you do a little sideways, so you can kind of see. Think about shifting my hips back, keeping my back nice and flat. Good. So we're doing 8 reps there. Next one, we're gonna do a lateral lunge, but we're gonna start in a wide stance right here. We'll hold it up top. We'll go to our left side first for 8, and then we'll go to our right side. So if you need to, you can open up your feet a little bit, or if you can, try to keep your toes as straight as possible. We're pushing more off the outside of our foot. So I'm gonna take it to my left side first. 8. And 8. Good. Next one, we're going to do, I'm going to flip it this way. We're just going to do a leg raise, a sideline leg raise. The only difference is I'm going to have my top leg, I'm going to have my toe pointed down towards my heel as I'm doing this. So you can see it's not straight up here, my toe is actually pointed down. I'm going to raise it up. And then we'll switch sides. And then the last exercise we're going to do is a plank. We're going to go 30-second plank. Good. We'll take that minute rest and we'll run through that one more time. with our RDLs first. So again, start up, stand up nice and tall, keeping those ribs down. Little bend in the knees, sink those hips back, keep that weight close, and come right back up. Next one we have was that wide stance, one lateral lunge. Again, if you need to, you can open up the feet a little bit, or if you can, keep them straight. We're trying to push off the outside of our feet. So I'm pushing off the outside of my right foot. We'll switch. Next one, we got that sideline leg raise. So we're here, toe facing down, think about driving that heel up to the ceiling. And we'll switch. And then that last exercise we're doing is that plank, 30 seconds. So that was 2 sets. I want you guys to run through that one 2 more times, and you guys will be finished for the day. Hope you guys enjoy the lower body workout.